Okay, we're at 3008 Waterbury. So your lot line is where the little runners go here. And there's some real grass, which is a rare thing. Real grass, which is totally manageable here in the front yard. This bedroom up here is going to be one of the secondary bedrooms. And it's good size. So this is the base floor plan would be called the Lexington, but it has so many modifications and upgrades and with the casita, etc. So we'll take you through, but it is a 3-car garage. They have a stained concrete here, and we will check the garage doors, AC. There's a sprinkler system. They have some LED lights here, rose bushes, nice entryway. This is a gated entryway, and just some features to point out that I like. All the locks are quick set, so they're easy to rekey the house. I don't have to worry about a locksmith. It's a nice thing that's all uniform throughout the house. All the hardware in the house matches. So here's your entryway, and both of these doors do open if you were to ever want to have an open whatever feel, or when people were coming into the home. So we come in and you have this is going to be a luxury vinyl plank, and it's blonde, and it's pretty true to color. The camera sometimes changes. I'd say it's slightly lighter than what the camera is when I'm looking at the camera versus my screen versus the floor. But I'll come in here and so you have what would be your formal living dining room. So when it was built, it was probably staged as a formal living dining, and now it's like a really nice, great room. Everything has been updated as far as fixtures and hardware, lighting, the flooring, baseboards, paint. One of the cool features in the Sun City homes is they've put the skylights in their models. It was a builder standard in some of the models, I believe, I want to say. So to the left here, you're going to have the bedrooms, which the back is going to be the primary bedroom. And then you have a secondary bedroom way down the hallway. But you still have the casita, so you don't have to worry about if you have company, they could have the casita. So we'll start in the primary bedroom. And it's great size. This is a nice plush. I really like the carpet. It feels like a really smooth, cozy sweater. And you have the windows here. They don't open, but they're really nice. And that's the one thing, if I had to nitpick, the windows haven't been replaced, but I mean, the house overall is in tip-top shape. You have all the LED lights that have been replaced. All of the outlets have been updated, and the switch plates, and you have remotes for the ceiling fans. And I think in most of the rooms, anywhere there's a ceiling fan or electronic. And then you're also gonna have a door that goes out to the backyard, but I'll take you out the other way for the real view. So that's nice, and you have a really nice so you have 3 exits to the backyard from the kitchen. This is the formal living dining, or you want to call it the great room now, and then the primary bedroom. Bathroom, there is an actual dedicated room with a door, and you have a window, which I think is always a plus. The toilets have been replaced, and it looks like the hardware is newer. I think they may have spray painted that by accident. And look here. So, little thing, but not a big thing. Yeah, no, they did replace the hardware, but the quarter turns, little things, but it's done really nicely. This would have been where your phone would have been, which, when the home was built, there's people still use telephones and had landlines. I still have mine. And then here you have, the hardware is really pretty. It's like slate finish, or I can't remember what exactly they call this, but it's got a nice shine to it, but it's modern, but you know, kind of, you know, subtle. And so you have all new cabinetry, and you can move the shelving, quiet close. And then you're gonna have, like you said, the regular size sink under mount. The hardware is really nice. Then you have the push drain. All the drawers are gonna obviously be all real nice wood, not the particle board. Quiet close under the sinks here. All redone, looks real nice. And you would have, could have been a vanity, or what they have now is the little storage cubby. There's a really nice two-tile. I just noticed this, or maybe no, it is the same. Just standing back, one looks smooth, but you can see. Cool mirrors. It's really simple but elegant and has a nice feel to it. And above is going to be your attic access to service your furnace and what's up in the for the AC there. And then you have over behind me is the really nice walk-in shower. Has a seat in there. And then you have dual shower heads. And all of the bells and whistles, too many that I would not use, but super cool that you can adjust all the shower heads. And you have the wand as well. And then you have the glass block here, which is a nice natural lighting for this room. So you always have the natural lighting, and this is facing southwest, more west, I think, than south. But anyways, you'll have the afternoon sun in this part of the house more so. So the later it gets in the summer, you know, the brighter it will be. Walk-in closet. Has a window, again, for nice natural lighting. And then you have, I think it's a fig tree out there. And, I mean, you could really maximize the space with a built-in, or doing custom built-ins if you need it, or just throwing in another row for clothing. But I think that the size is just fine. If you really needed to maximize the space, you could do some really nice built-ins here. Plenty of space with the plush carpet and then flooring. So we come back out and we'll check out the second bedroom down the hall. You have a hall linen slash, it's kind of half and half. Oh no, it's a full closet. You have a nice little storage area with the countertops that are consistent throughout the home, in the bathroom, kitchen, hallway, anywhere. There's a little sink mini bar area in the office, and this is going to be the second bedroom. And you have a dedicated bathroom in here for guests as well. Again, all uniform. And I just peek under here because there's no sink. There's one sink, but it doesn't matter. Your company doesn't need two sinks. And then you have the shower with, again, a new toilet, new hardware for the toilet paper roll. This is a really nice, neat tub. Also with the hose. And then window, natural lighting. This could be, again, more south. This is more south. We're getting more south now since it's about 1 o'clock. Nice high ceilings, really nice. Vaulted ceilings with the doors as well, which it was an upgrade, of course, with the builder to make the doors, even though you get the higher ceilings, sometimes they give you the 8-foot doors, so they went ahead and got the larger doors, which again makes it nice. You have all the lighting. And then the really cool feature to switch the tone of the lighting for the room. And then, so this is right now without the lights on. You have the nice natural lighting. And then we come to the bedroom. Again, you have a detachable remote. It's cool. And then you have ceiling fan, and this is a nice sized bedroom in front of the house. Closet here. And so the front of the house where we were on the cul-de-sac. Again, the closet, you could build it out for more storage, maximize the space, but the high ceilings, I mean, there's a lot of storage area here. And then we'll come to the main living area. Beautiful. This is a faux fireplace, but sometimes they do emit, it says grill surface is hot, because this does actually push out hot air to give it the feel of a gas fireplace. I wouldn't be surprised if there was gas in the wall, but maybe not. You do have where you could put another light if you wanted. I'm thinking that's a plate because there may have been something hanging previously, but this is a nice room that's, the staging is great. And then you have the dual sliders to go out to the backyard. Let me grab my shoes. Sorry. Okay. Oh, another feature at the front door, I have this same one, I think, if this is the Wi-Fi, I don't know. But mine at home, a quick set, so again, you can rekey it, but then also you can open this from anywhere in the world because you connect it to your Wi-Fi, but then it also lights up and you can put your code and close or open the front door. And we'll come out to the backyard. They have a cool decking that has been painted, and it's all staged. All the furniture or anything you may want could be purchased separately. So they have heaters. You have real grass on the south end of the yard. Wow, this goes all the way back. Walking it now. It's really nice size. It's so nice to see real grass and green, lush landscape. I always peek at the neighbor. They have a pool, and nicely done. So this is you can see that plane taking off. I don't know. Henderson Executive Airport is right here. And then if I zoom in, that is the black and white building is the Raiders training facility. That's where the Raiders train, do all their training. And so you're looking west now. But yeah, your view stays. It's beautiful. The roof looks nice. The home's been freshly painted. Extended covered patio here. They added that on. And so you're gonna have, this will be off the kitchen. Let's get out to the good part. You have a step up here for a grand feel of your spa, which dead set ahead here would be your strip, and going more north, get the northern end of the strip or downtown. But you can see the South Point Casino, and then way in the distance, I think I can see Queensridge Towers, which is Summerlin area, and that's going to be closer to Sun City, Summerlin, way in the northwest. And then, so if you see that little peak of the mountain, that's very close to the Sun City, Summerlin. This road out here is Volunteer, which takes you, and it's a cut through out to the M Casino, which is in the distance, which takes you right out to St. Rose and pops you on the 15 freeway. Also, St. Rose, which is going to be about where my finger line's going, is the new mecca of all the shopping. They have everything that you could ask for there. This is probably going to need, I would need some type of, I don't know, whatever. But so there's a drop off here. And you really are, you can see how high you are above your neighbors. And we'll come through. So, I don't know necessarily if you want to call it strip, but you do have really nice views of the mountains and some of the casinos. The pool has all been redone. You have a beach entry kind of way, and you have the holes here to pop in your umbrellas. And actually there's 4 exits because you have 1, 2, 3, and then a double off the kitchen for the backyard. And then you have the little waterfall going. And we'll go out to the casita. You have real grass again, a nice other little play area for maybe grandchildren one day, or I don't know, dogs running around, cats hunting. See, and then come over here. This is going to be the pedestrian door to the garage, which is nice. It's behind your gate. It almost looks like it was a model home. It's really nicely done. And we're checking the ACs, which have not been replaced, so they're older. I don't know if they're original, but they look a lot older. Same with the casita. But everything works. If it's broke, don't fix it. And then you have all your pool equipment, which looks really nice. I don't know if they painted everything, which is a nice feature. It just looks really nice and kind of goes with the scheme of the home. But they have a multi-speed Pentair pump, which is great. All the equipment looks nice for the pool and spa. He took off all the screens to the house just for the showings. And this is the neighbor's house, which is nice. They look like they don't go outside much. They have solar. If you did get solar by the end of the year, just bought it outright. It's a nice write-off. So then from the grass area, we walk over to the casita. And they have the electric shades, so they're on a remote as well, which he probably has somewhere. But so you have the living space here. Cute little sink. They just painted the cabinets in here. They didn't replace, but it's they match the color well. Delta faucet. Cute little mini fridge and freezer. Oh, I don't know. It's a little issue there. You can see it's already been one, but then we come into the restroom, and you're gonna have your attic access. Nice bathroom, really nice size. Really cozy feel. It's a good day out. We had a good thunderstorm this morning. And then you have the cultured marble, just standard. This hasn't been updated, but I mean, it's really nice still. But you could throw if you needed to throw the hose in here for kids or whatnot. Window doesn't open, but you have the ventilation through, or you have the vent, but you could make this an open window if you wanted through the shower. The toilet's been replaced here, and also the slider looks new. And the cabinets there's your vent, and then you have the full lit bathroom sink under the cabinet. Excuse me, sorry about that. Okay. And then Okay, so here's the remote. You have the control for the separate dedicated AC and heating. Little baby water heater. It's cute room. Cute casita. And then we'll go back to the main house. Deeper pool. So one nice feature about the older homes, they did recently, I think it was this year or last, put restrictions on the size of the pool you can build in Clark County. So you're going to get a deeper pool. This could be 6-8 feet deep over here. Actually, yeah, probably easily 8 foot deep. And it's all been replastered. You have the pop-ups that pop up and push everything to the middle to kind of clean the pool. And I think the pool guy is $250, he said, for monthly, using their current guy. This has also been converted to a saltwater pool, which I am loving my saltwater pool in the new house. My rental home that was my, home before we moved in together is chlorine, and I just can tell you now, having the saltwater, I do like it more. So also one more thing to point out here is you have a electric screen. So because you're going to get that west sun in the sunsets, you can put the screen down if you want all the way through a remote. And then we'll go back into the rest of the home here. Let's see. So front doors, and then again, behind this wall is going to be the primary bedroom, bed, and then windows to give you kind of the idea. This is going to be the office. Front of the house, entryway. This window is behind the gate. And this one is not a big deal, just pointing it out. Looks like the landscaper or a handyman is waiting for me to finish up. This is a nice room. Again, it has the nice plush carpet. And so there is a security system that's active. And it's, you don't have to have this up. You could have it probably on your phone, but they are just advertising that they have the cameras. And then you have your sink. It's been redone, new cabinetry. So this is the only place the cabinets are a different color, but it's nice. It matches the floors really well with the backsplash. And we're coming to the kitchen where everyone hangs out. So the kitchen's very nice and bright. Again, you're gonna have more sun as the day gets later into, and then you'll have beautiful sunsets. You have Red Rock, Mount Charleston, beautiful views here. So I can say that there's no window coverings, which I don't know that you need, but if you did want to put something like shutters or remote shades, I think remote shades would be nice, because then you just hit a button and it'll look like this, aside from just having that top piece. And then you have all the Bosch appliances. You have, again, the skylights for all that natural lighting. You'll always have a natural lit kitchen and your primary bathroom and the entryway. So throughout, kind of. The Bosch appliances, it's a gunmetal, I think is what they call it, kind of color. Double ovens. And then you have the nice island here with the microwave, which is maybe convection, but I want to keep going. So you have the 5-burner gas with the range above. And I just went to peek at the cabinets just to check on the inside, and you have the Lazy Susan over here. This kind of reminds me of the one home in Lake Las Vegas you had some interest in. So here is your pendant lighting, which really you don't need in the daytime. I could turn it off, and you have a great big window here with views while you're washing the dishes. And then you have a mini hot and cold, which actually I haven't seen this done before. That's kind of cool feature. And Insta hot water, probably. Go into the sink here. Yeah, so you have a little commercial grade Insta hot water dispenser, which is nice for you want some tea or hot water real quick. It's right there for you. We really did a nice job with the little touches and features. So the family room has a connection for a TV here. And then you would have, you can see the size of this, kitchen nook area. Or this would actually be your dining space because they made the previous formal dining area a great room. But again, all the natural lighting and views are just beautiful. Goes out to the back again. And this would take you, this would probably be where you're going to be going. You have company, they're going to be coming from the casita into the kitchen, maybe into the living area. They're not going to head over to your end, which is nice. I like that. So the casita for visitors or company, completely separate if you go that route. You have a couple, actually 3, which is really nice, outlets under the nice size island here. And then over here you have the pantry. Again, all the hardware in the house all matches, which is just a nice feature. And they updated the hardware even of the doors themselves. And the pantry, they're wood painted. You could still do some stuff up there, but decent sized pantry. Second